What's up everyone, welcome to the speedcube.co.nz YouTube channel. My name is Mike and today we are going to take a look at the XMan Design Ambition 4x4. This is available right now on speedcube.co.nz. They are $45 and the link is in the description. Now I'm trying a new format with our unboxing and review videos today. I really want to make use of the incredible solvers that we have on the Supreme team. So today, this video is going to be featuring Angela Bragana and Ben Kirby, our two 4x4 legends. The way the video is going to work is we'll start with the familiar, I'll unbox and take apart the cube, have a look at its guts, see how it works, all that stuff. Then we're going to see some solves and hear a review from Angela, some solves and a review from Ben. And then, because those two are such certified rippers, they're absolute speedsters, I'm also going to do a solve, probably just one, and give you some thoughts on the cube as well, to give you some thoughts from a beginner's perspective as well as those pros. As always, if you find the video interesting, if you want to see more from this channel, please do hit like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. But that's enough waffle. Let's get into this thing. Okay then, let's get into this thing. This is the XMan Design 4x4, the Ambition, the first 4x4 from XMan Design. Whoop. Let's see what we have in here. Ooh-wee, look at that! Obviously featuring the classy as new XMan Design logo and coming in the same kind of case as the XMan Flare 2x2 and all the Volk puzzles come in. So that's pretty cool. Let's check out what kind of guff we're going to get first of all. It's not a gigantic guff box. What do we have? We've got a chart of all the records by people using XMan Design puzzles, I guess. That's pretty cool. You can stick that on your wall if that's your thing. And oh, look at that. We've got a Yao tutorial as well as a reduction method tutorial in the pamphlet as well. So it's a comprehensive pamphlet, I guess. And then we've got our little fella here. I'm not sure who this is, but he's hard at work creating sick puzzles. Oh, it's Jim Zhang, I beg your pardon, the founder of XMan Design. I think I did know that actually. Whoops. Sorry, Jim Zhang. I'm gonna have to give this 3 out of 10 for guff box though. There's nothing very flashy in here. No bag, no screwdriver, no stand, none of that flashy business. That aside, let's have a look at the puzzle, shall we? Oh, such a good box. That's so thick, so sturdy. Wash. So here we go. So there we are. That's the XMan Design 4x4. Plenty of lube on it, as you can tell. Might give that a wee wipe. So before we get started, let's get some statistics on this bad mamma jamma, shall we? So we're looking at a size of 59.5mm and a weight of, well, my scales reckon 68.2 grams. Those are our vitals. Now, full disclosure, this is not the first XMan Ambition that I've unboxed. I actually have my own one that I've done, maybe 150 solves on now. But I am curious to see how the tensions on this one compare with the one I've got, because mine's still on box tensions, and I really like the way it came out the box. So let's try some first turns on this one. So outer layers feel pretty good. They feel as though that lube needs to bed in a little bit. It just needs a little bit of breaking out the box. Mine's feeling a lot smoother than this one is now, but the magnet feel is reasonably light on the outer layers. Inner layers. Huh, now that's interesting. You hear that click? Isn't that mad? Super loud on the inside layers and very, very strong as well. But it's a sturdy feeling cube. It feels really solid in the hand. Does that make sense? It feels really solid. It feels almost as though there's like no space inside it. Like it feels really dense. Primary internals on those centerpieces there, which is kind of cool. And we'll take a bit of a look inside it pretty soon. Definitely well lubed. And it feels like a reasonably thick lube. In fact, when I felt like my own one needed some lube, I put a bit of Traxxas 50 in it, and I've really enjoyed it with that. We'll get more into solving and how it feels later and more of a review. I think what I'll do now, because I haven't actually done it with my one yet, I think we'll have a quick peek inside, have a look at the parts, and see what we reckon. I don't think it's going to come apart on box tensions because they're reasonably tight. That said, that was easy, wasn't it? Quite a delicate little edge piece. There's not much to the guts of that. That's remarkable. That's remarkable how easy that was to take apart, given how it feels. And here we go, here's the corner with that stock. At first glance inside the puzzle, it almost looks as though this part here is the only bit holding it in, but of course, there's more to it. It's got a sort of chess piece vibe going on. Is that just me? And you can see on that as well, there is plenty of factory lube going on in there. Here's one of our centers with the primary internals, which looks pretty cool. I'm into that. Taking a look inside, is it my imagination or do those small internal pieces look really, really snug and safe in there? Is that just me? I feel like that has to be contributing to the stability and the non-poppiness of it. But yeah, that looks so solid in there. Everything else looks pretty standard, to be honest. There's nothing out of the ordinary that I can spot. You've got your capped internal pieces there, so you could probably quiet the cube down a little bit. I mean, you're not going to quiet the... Oh no, I've popped it! I should not have done that. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, right, now I have a pop to fix. Dang it. That was not part of the plan today. Never mind, here we are. Yeah, look, speaking as someone who has rebuilt a lot of 4x4s, this thing is so solid. It's so safe. Love it. Right. That was not part of the plan, but we did it, everyone. I'm covered in lube. This thing's still cool. I think it's probably time we heard from some people who know what they're doing. Let's go and watch Angela do some solves and see what she reckons to the Ambition 4x4.
Thanks Mike for sending me the XMan Ambition 4x4. Out of the box, the cube is quite dry and very sluggish. The magnets in the inner layer felt more stronger than the outer layer, which made doing algs like the PLL parody quite difficult. I lubed it with D&M, slightly loosened the tensions and broke it in by doing around 50 solves. After this it felt a lot faster, especially the outer layers, which made 3x3 stage quicker. I had to take extra care to have smoother turning during the solves, otherwise the cube tended to lock up. But I was able to get a few sub 30 solves with my best being a 25.8. However, my averages were slower than with my main, which is the WRM. So if you don't want to spend the money on a WRM, the XMan Ambition is a really good alternative.
Hey everyone, just wanted to say a big thanks to Mike for sending me the Ambition 4x4 and having me on the channel to talk about how I liked it. So after unboxing it, found it was needing a bit of a break-in because the corner cutting wasn't quite up to scratch. It was a bit dry. I did put some silk into it just to make sure it was turning how I wanted it to feel. I loosened it a bit to make the corner cutting a bit better. This did cause it to be a little uncontrollable. I did tighten it back a bit just to, once it was breaking in, it was getting better with corner cutting. So I've done about maybe 50 to 100 solves on it now, and in comparison to the WRM, my averages are a bit slower. I think this is due to me getting a few bad lockups, mainly on last layers, where my turning still is used to the WRM, so the corner cutting isn't working for me there, and this causes me to get a lot of bad counting times. I do like the turning of the cube. It is quite nice to turn. So yeah, overall I think it's a good 4x4. For me, the corner cutting is kind of the breaking point. I don't find it to be ideal in solves when I compare it to the WRM. And yeah, so it was really fun to solve on, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to give some perspective on my thoughts on the XMan Design Ambition 4x4 from the perspective of someone who is essentially a beginner. Like, I love solving 4x4, but I'm not fast at it. I'm also in the process right now of switching from reduction method to Yao, which is making me extra slow and extra janky. But I have really enjoyed my time on the XMan Design Ambition while I've been doing that. As I've mentioned in the video, the cube has a very reassuring feel to it. There's something about the weight. It's not extraordinarily heavy, but there's something about the weight combined with the feel of the pieces that I personally really enjoy. And I think are really good for someone who is beginner to intermediate solver. The most incredible thing for me about this puzzle, genuinely, is the fact that I'm so many solves in and I haven't had a single pop. I don't think I've been near a pop on this on box tensions. And that is unheard of. There isn't one 4x4 that I've had that hasn't had a pop, except this one. And that for me in itself is pretty incredible. So I average about 2 minutes 15 or something like that. So yeah, I'm no speedster, but this has been a really fun puzzle for me as I've been transitioning to the Yao method. I really enjoy the one I've got. After it broke in, I did find that the lube dried up maybe about 50 to 75 solves in. I was finding the thing squeaking and I had to put something in it. I've only put Traxxas 50 in it, just some Traxxas on the internals, and that's done me quite well. So that's quite a thick lube, obviously. I haven't felt the need to speed it up. I've only felt the need to add to its natural dense feeling. Overall, there are probably faster ones, but I think this sits really, really well in that space between budget and premium. It definitely has its place as a 4x4. The best way to make up your mind is to get your hands on one and give it a try. Of course, you can always come into the store if you make it through to Littleton, but for now, I'm pretty happy with my one. It is my new main. It has replaced my Yuzu, which, if any of you watching know me, know that I bloody love my Yuzu. So for this to replace it is kind of a big deal. Okay, there we are. That is what we reckon to the XMan Design Ambition 4x4. Is it the greatest 4x4 in the world? No. Is it a really good mid-range 4x4? I think yes. I really like mine. I'm maining mine now. There's something to be said for the premium feel of it, and for someone who's turning like me, it's a really good option. If you want to spend the extra to get the worm, of course, do that. The MGC4 is another good choice in the same price bracket, but I'm into it. I'm going to rep with my XMan Design Ambition. 50% of that might be because it looks awesome. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do just like the solid premium feel of it in my hands. I just like it as a tool for solving. I think it's really cool. I enjoy solving on it. But I think that's probably enough for today. You'll make up your own mind, I'm sure. These are on sale right now at speedcube.co.nz. $45 New Zealand. The link is in the description. Go get it. Go hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you in our next video.